Okay, so Jill, you said you would like to talk to other agents, and so are you saying you need more time? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I just thought it was a prudent decision to talk to a couple to see, just to say I shopped around and didn't go for the first one that I talked to, and you are the first one.
I understand that, and however, you were happy with the marketing plan. Is that correct?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, very good. Okay, so if you could choose the price and the commission, do you think you could sign today?
I would need information. I would need information.
Well, that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm
Okay.
planning on giving you the best information about both the price and the commission. I have some information about the market. You need to know that the market right now is pretty fast paced
Okay.
in Weston. It is, excuse me, it's, we're at 3 months. I've got the actives right here that show you where your property is in the level of homes, comparables that are exactly like yours, and I can go through where I came up with a price for you. And I've got a range of prices. And what I need you to know is that your house is going to sell faster if it's in the lower range, and it's going to sell it's going to sell
longer.
It's going to take longer in the higher range.
So, Gina, if you were going to list my property, what would you put it on the market for right now?
Well, I would put it in the position of. Now, did you have an idea where you thought your house was going to be listed based on some of your comparisons? Have you looked at the market? I mean, you've been watching the houses in the neighborhood,
yes.
right? So you have an idea that you're in the lower 700,000s, right?
Right.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So you would choose around 700,000. So I would say it's somewhere in the low range and high range right here. So I would suggest that you do it in the upper 750s. Does that say 750 or 650?
670.
670. Excuse me. I meant when we talked about it earlier, I said 700. It's in the 600s. Okay.
High 600s,
High,
right.
it's in the mid 600s. It's in the lower 600s is where it would be.
No, mid
Yeah.
600s.
So would you be able to choose a price between these two numbers? I could show you actives right now of where the ones who have been overpriced have taken much longer to sell. And you said you were in a hurry. Is that correct, Jill?
Well, it's 6
months?
Yeah.
6 months. Okay, so we could use a pricing strategy that tests the market if you'd like to do that. If you'd like to start.
Yeah, I'd like to. I don't want to put it too low.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not that desperate. I'd like to get a fair
But
price.
you think
for
this price right here, which I think is a reasonable price to start out, would be a good price for you. Is that
it?
correct?
Yes, I think let's go for the high.
Very
one.
good. So we've agreed on price. Is that correct?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. In addition, so here's your choices. What were you thinking about a commission?
What is the typical commission?
Well, in our market, and I'll show you several listings right here. There's 5 listings right now in your neighborhood. They're all listed at 3% for the buyer's agent. Okay? And there's one listed at 2.5%. That one's been on the market for 3 months.
And
And these have only been on the market a few. The closed sales also I could show you. I could show you the comparison. And you have to decide if you want to sell your house slowly or fast. And the question, and you might be saying, why does it make a difference? Well, if you've got this many choices as a buyer's agent, which ones are you going to go to first? And make the strongest effort to go to? The ones at 3%, 2.5%, or 3.5%?
I don't understand. The buyer, we're talking about how much I'm going to pay you.
Well, we're talking about both sides.
Okay.
I mean, we have to consider both sides, right?
Okay.
We have to consider the buyer, who's buyer's agent, who's going to be making the selection of homes to show the buyers, correct?
Oh, because they're going to choose the 3% ones because they want the 3%. They're going to show those to you.
Yeah. If you had a choice, would you want to get paid more or less?
Well, I would like to offer the buyer 3%, but can we
Okay.
talk about yours? And I think I definitely want to pay you what you're worth, what the value's worth. But I'd like to negotiate maybe if you have the buyer on the if you get the buyer, so maybe we could get that down if you get both sides of the deal.
I certainly think that's a strong possibility, and that does not bother me at all. I don't think you want to pay, if you were going through a divorce, and I know you didn't have that situation, it was a different situation, I don't think you'd want your husband to get to pay more for his lawyer than you would pay for your lawyer. So you probably want to pay both of the lawyers the same amount. I mean, so you feel like you're getting equal service on both sides. Wouldn't you want to
Yes,
do that? Okay,
yes.
so let's start out with the 6% full. And yes, I agree with you that if I get the buyer also, and I represent the buyer, then yes, I think that's
Could we do 5%?
5% would be perfect.
If you
That'd be
get
wonderful.
both, if
That
you
would
bring
be
in the
fine.
buyer.
And I can,
And I'd really appreciate you then, that would be wonderful, because that
Okay.
would save me money.
any lower than that, I'd have to talk to my broker, but I think if you're happy with the 5%, we can go through with that.
Perfect.
Okay, very good. All right, so Jill, I've got paperwork. That's the only thing that's left to do. And if you could get that signed right here, I'd really appreciate it. It says that we'll put, excuse me, we talked about the price. Let me put that in first. And right here, I'll modify the commission so that if I get the buyer, that you will get it'll be a commission of 5%.
Perfect.
And that should be it. So why don't you just go ahead right here and sign? Do you have any other questions? It's a standard contract that's used throughout the state. It's been approved by lawyers. There's not anything too unusual there.
So, okay, sure. Do you have a pen, Gina?
Sure. And I do want to bring
So,
out
know
for
what?
you.
I don't even have to. No, I'm not even going to have to take the time to meet these other people. Thank you, Gina. This will be nice to work with you.
Wonderful. Here's a bottle of champagne that we are going to open when we sell your home, which should be very quickly. And in addition, I am going to offer you, because you've been I appreciate your time and your patience, a full home warranty for your home, and from this date of listing it all the way through the sell date, and it's transferable to your new home. Would that be good for you too?
To my new home or the new owner?
Either way, I don't know which one. Whichever way we decide it goes, that would be
Well,
fine.
that's sweet, Gina. That'd be nice. Thank you.
Great. All right, sign it. Thank you very much. Bye.